20 points, 51-31 was your final score. Let's quickly run down the scoring from the game. We'll start with Model. The Lady Blue Devils, they pick up 2 points from Morgan Wood, 4 from Madison Moats, 7 from Tamaya Ragland, and then the overall leading scorer tonight for Model was Montana Moat. She would pick up 18 points, and she would end up hitting 4 threes. Went a little cold there in that second half, but I think a lot of that had to do with the defense from Armuchee. They did not give a lot of open looks there to Model there in that second half. Did a really good job. So that's the scoring for Model. That should add up for the Armuchee Lady Indians. They would pick up 2 points from Chloe Purdy, 5 points from Ariana Dozier.
This year's event sponsor is Riverside Auto Group. At Riverside Auto Group, we make it easy, with locations in Cartersville and Rome. Additional sponsors include Waters and Associates Landscaping, Summit Hill Foods, Hardy Realty, and the Lewis Chemical Company. Beneficiaries of this year's tournament are the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northwest Georgia, local high school athletic programs, student scholarships at Georgia Highlands College, International Student Scholarship at Berry College, the new Learning Center at Anna K. Davey Elementary School, Laws of Life Essay Contest at Rome High School, Region 1 Star Student Teacher Recognition Program, Georgia Northwestern Technical College Student and Faculty of the Year, Rome Floyd County Respect for Law Awards, a partnership with the Noon Optimist Club honoring local law enforcement officers. Ticket sales to this year's event were greatly reduced because of COVID-19 capacity restrictions. To help offset the costs of this year's tournament, please consider making a charitable donation to the Seven Hills Rotary Club. You can donate using the Venmo app on your smart device. Simply download the app and create an account. Then search for @7Hills Rotary Club and make your donation. See the description below for additional details. Thank you for watching this broadcast and for supporting the Seven Hills Rotary Club and its beneficiaries.
but don't have a very solid internet connection for the radio feed tonight, and we hope to resolve that for you and have that squared away for you by tomorrow and have smooth sailing for the rest of the tournament. But dealing with a little bit of technical issues with the internet feed tonight. But it is what it is. We'll move on. It's going to be the Armuchee Indians and the Pepperell Dragons coming up in our nightcap in the boys bracket. Right now you've got Zach Mendentz, the head coach of the Pepperell Dragons, and Clint Decker, the head coach of the Armuchee Indians, having a conference with one of the officials before we get this game started. We'll tell you about how the teams have done so far this season. We'll start with the team playing on their home floor tonight, the Armuchee Indians. They are 2-5 this season, 2-3 playing in region, which this year is 6A public, still adjusting to Armuchee not being in the same region as Pepperell and Model and Coosa and all those other 7AA teams. It certainly feels unusual, but Armuchee has averaged 46.6 points a game, giving up 68, so definitely a lot of room for growth so far. But they are working hard trying to get things moving forward with this basketball team this year. For the Pepperell Dragons, 3-3 start. They are 1-1 in Region 7AA. They are scoring at a pretty good clip. They're scoring close to 70 points a game, giving up 64. They have not played any teams so far that are playing in the tournament. I should mention to you that Armuchee has played a couple of tournament teams. They lost to Model 72-34 on December the 1st, and they would lose to Coosa, who just got eliminated from the tournament by Chattooga. They would lose that game 77-41. Again, Pepperell has not played any tournament teams in the regular season so far. To talk about the history of these two teams in the tournament, we just lost our feed with the radio station. We'll get back to that in a couple of moments. We're about 1 minute away from the start of the basketball game, and hopefully we can get things back online with the radio broadcast. But so far, just not having a lot of luck with that. But nonetheless, the Seven Hills Rotary Club of Rome hosting tonight the 67th annual basketball tournament here. And we are certainly glad to be bringing you this basketball tournament. Always a tremendous amount of fun to get to do this. And this year it looks a lot different. You have the Seven Hills Rotary Club having to limit spectators to 25% occupancy because of the pandemic going on. Tickets on sale at the door, first come, first serve basis. One of the most unusual things of the night so far has been watching at the end of each game, the gym being fully clear to participants and spectators. That way the fans of the teams coming up in the next matchup can get in. If there's additional capacity after that has happened, then the fans that were here for the earlier games, they can come back in, but not until that point. And we've just lost our radio feed again as we get ready to start this game. We're getting the starting lineup, so I just have to keep going so I can let you know who's out on the floor. For the Pepperell Dragons, it's going to be Hunter Henderson. Also in the starting lineup for the Dragons, you are going to have number 4. That is Buck. We'll give you the rest. We got also number 13, Calvari Smith. He is in the starting lineup tonight for the Pepperell Dragons. And then also you're going to have number 15, Gage Owens. And I did not pick up that 5th starter, but I'll give him to you here in just a couple of minutes. Kind of juggling some technical issues and trying to call the game at the same time. Armuchee is going to start number 4, Ethan Aker. Also number 0, Aiden McFarland in the starting lineup. Number 20, Beryl Trejo is going to be a part of this starting 5 for the Armuchee Indians, as well as Wyatt Miller. And the last starter here tonight for Armuchee is going to be Tamias Lawrence. So that's your starting 5 here for the Armuchee Indians. And I may have just made an error on one of those because they just announced another one and I already had 5. So we'll check that here in just a second. But again, just kind of juggling things with the radio station, trying to get back online there and get you set here for this basketball game as well. So anyway, Pepperell's going to inbound the ball. The visiting team in high school basketball in the state of Georgia this year gets the ball to start out on possession of offense to begin the game. There's no tip-offs in GHSA basketball this year because of COVID. There's a long shot to start things off here for the Pepperell Dragons, dribbling it across the floor for Armuchee after picking up the rebound. is going to be Lawrence. Lawrence dribbles between his legs, dribbles to the right side. He's going to feed it off to the right wing side, and that is Daryl Trejo. Down at the baseline, Armuchee keeps it in somehow. That was a great effort there by that young man. He'll put up the shot. It is no good there for Joyce. And here comes Pepperell on the other end of the floor, trying to get it down low in transition to Smith, but it got away from him. And so Armuchee is going to get the ball. And we are just underway here with this last game of the night. 7:20 left. We just lost our connection with the radio station again. Here comes Armuchee across the timeline. They work their way to the right side, feed it down low. 2 passes in the paint, and it is not going to be good. So we're still scoreless here as now the Dragons go down the other end of the floor. They feed it off to the right wing, and Smith has got it. Ball is not loose. Here's Armuchee in transition. It's going to be picked off this time by Pepperell in the hands of Gage Owens. And we got a lot of back and forth, but nobody scored so far in this basketball game. We've played 1 minute and 4 seconds, and we're scoreless between Pepperell and Armuchee here in the boys' bracket. So Armuchee feeds it in. They get it out to the top of the key where Lawrence is there, and he is going to feed it off to his teammate Aker. It goes out of bounds, but it was tipped by Pepperell, so it's staying with Armuchee. Scoreless here, 6:50 left, first quarter. This is the last game tonight. So we're going to have Armuchee with Wyatt Miller over on the sidelines to trigger it in as we resume play. He gets it in to Lawrence. Lawrence drive it in, good move, and he puts it up and opens up the scoring. So 2-0 Armuchee lead over Pepperell with 6:41 remaining here in the first quarter. Dribbling it for Pepperell is Tom Vincent. Got a little bit different of a hairstyle this year, does Tom, as well as a lot of young people I'm noticing. The mullet is back in fashion, which is interesting to me. Long look at a three-point shot. That was Hunter Henderson, I believe, with 3, and that is going to give the Dragons a 3-2 lead. With 6:13 left first quarter, Armuchee with the basketball on the other end. No look there, so they'll dribble in. There's the shot. That one's going to be short. Rebound's going to be taken by the Pepperell Dragons, and Caleb Buck grabs it, and Pepperell already on the other end quickly. High school hoops for you tonight on WLAQ 96.9 FM, 1410 AM, and WLAQ1410.com. Grateful to be with you, even with all the internet connection problems we're having back to the studio. Still no place I'd rather be. Just wish I got a better internet connection at the place I'm at. Pepperell with it. Dribbling now is going to be Kemp Edge. He is a great basketball player. Long shot of 3. That is no good. Ball's loose on the floor, picked up by Armuchee. And Armuchee brings it down the other end. And with it is now Lawrence. He's averaging about 7.5 points a game so far this season. Talking about Lawrence. They fit it in down low, and they'll kick it back out to the right wing side. Armuchee working left to right. They're in their white uniforms with blue numbers and letters and trim as well. I think there may be some black in there as well, but they feed it into the paint at the low block. Shooting and grabbing a basket is going to be Jordan Joyce. Well, that's going to be a 4-3 lead now for the Indians over the Dragons here in the first round. Driving in is Pepperell. No good on the basket, but maybe he'll get another look. He grabs the rebound, puts it up. It's no good there for McGinnis. Here comes Armuchee on the other end of the floor. Lawrence working pretty quickly, and we're going to have a timeout. We're going to do the same thing here on WLAQ. 4-3, Indians over the Dragons. 4:49 left first quarter. We'll step out for 30 seconds. Okie doke, we are back live inside the new Armuchee gym. Armuchee with the ball and with the lead. 1 point lead, 4-3 over the Dragons right now here early in this basketball game. Lawrence is trapped, almost stolen away, but it was kicked by the defender, Ben Welchel, for the Pepperell Dragons. But great defense there, getting Lawrence in trouble, having him trapped over here in the corner. Almost forced a turnover had it not gone off the foot of Welchel on that play, but again, great effort on defense by that young man. So we're going to see Wyatt Miller inbound the ball. He's going to feed it into Tomias Lawrence, and immediately we'll have a turnover. Checking into the game for Armuchee is going to be Aiden McFarland. And we're about to see an impound pass here from Pepperell's Brenton McGinnis over to Kemp Edge. Edge dribbles to the right, goes back up to the top of the key, tries to feed it to a player that was cutting in the wrong direction from what he thought he was going to, and it went out of bounds. And so Armuchee's getting set to inbound the ball after it was off on Pepperell. So Jones to set things in motion here with the inbound pass. He's going to get it into Aiden McFarland, who's across the timeline. And he is going to turn it over. Picked up his dribble sort of on his hip, and that'll be a turnover here for the Armuchee Indians. And Pepperell's going to get the ball. They're trailing by 1. Armuchee on top, 4-3 here. We played a little over half of this first quarter of the game. Kemp Edge is waiting on the inbound pass from Brenton McGinnis. Kemp having a great year. He's averaging close to 15 points a game. Assist-wise, I think he's in the neighborhood of about 5. I can't read my own writing. But he is one good basketball player, no question about it. We're getting ready for Brenton McGinnis to inbound the ball here from the near sidelines on our side of the floor. And Edge has got it in his hands in the backcourt. Now they work it to the left wing side. Now back up top to Edge. Fakes, passes to the right wing, no look there. Now a good open look from the charity stripe. That's no good. And the rebound is going to be taken by Armuchee's Ethan Aker. Stolen away, off the glass, a layup for Brenton McGinnis after the turnover, and the Dragons have the lead, 5-4, 3:32 left in the first quarter. Shot is affected by the defender. It's going to be no good on the three-point shot, but it's staying with Armuchee. We got a sub coming into the game for the Indians. Dylan Hooper checks in. Checking out is going to be Ethan Aker. So right now for Armuchee, you've got McFarland, Hooper. I'll give you the rest in a moment. There's a long shot. Nope, that's going to be blocked by Kemp Edge. Good heads up there for Edge on defense. He's going to feed it off to the right wing side, and Clayton King, there's a long look at a three. That's going to be off the rim there for Brenton McGinnis on the other side after the pass from King. Here comes Armuchee on the other end. No look pass over to the left wing side to Sylvester Bassey, who's on the floor, also a very good football player. They get it back up top to McFarland. Ball is knocked loose and stolen away by Brenton McGinnis. Now Pepperell on the other end. Good pass down low over to Ben Welchel, but we got a foul that's going to be charged against Pepperell. It's going to be against Pepperell, and we're going to see Armuchee inbound the ball in just a moment. 2:53 left here in the first quarter of this basketball game, our last one here tonight. Pepperell 5, Armuchee 4. And Armuchee with the ball. With it right now is Tomias Lawrence. Lawrence across the timeline, being guarded by Vincent. There's a pass to the right wing side to Hooper. Hooper feeds it out to the top of the key. A nice little Euro step inside by number 24, Braden Redden. And he is going to be fouled on his way up. So no basket, didn't get the shot off, but he's going to be able to go to the charity stripe with an opportunity for some points here for the Indians. The foul is going to be charged to Caleb Buck, I believe. Here's the shot, and it is going to be off the front of the rim, no good. Get ready for the next shot. So we got a 1 point game, Dragons 5, Indians 4. This is Pepperell and Armuchee in the first round of the Christmas tournament. Next shot is good. That's going to tie it up there from the free throw shooter. And 5 apiece, 2:29 left here in the quarter. Pepperell kept it inbounds, but to an Armuchee player, and now here is Lawrence off the glass and in. He's going to draw the foul, so Tomias Lawrence has got an opportunity for a three-point play with the and one. So 7-5 your score, 2:20 left here, first period. Subs coming into the game for Armuchee. Checking out, you're going to have Sylvester Bassey and also Braden Redden. And checking in, you had Jordan Joyce as well as Wyatt Miller. So now you've got Hooper. Trejo, there's the shot off the front of the iron. Armuchee with it after getting the rebound after the missed free throw. And Armuchee works it towards the paint, kicks it back outside for a three-point look. That's way short. And it'll be picked up by the Dragons. They're on the other end. Now over to Vincent. Vincent drives in, puts up a shot. That one is not going to go, and that's the only look the Dragons get on that possession. Here's Lawrence. Dribbles in, challenges the defender, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound's going to be taken down by Armuchee, and we're going to have a timeout called. So we're going to do the same thing. 7-5, Armuchee over Pepperell here in the boys bracket first round game. 1:56 left first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. All right, after the inbound pass, Armuchee shoots, misses, rebounded by the Pepperell Dragons. They work it the other way. Vincent with it into the paint quickly. He's going to be blocked, but his teammate's there to help him out and grabs it. Here comes a quick look at a three-point shot, and he buries it. That's Hunter Henderson. He's got 6 points tonight on a couple of threes, so the Dragons take the lead, 8-7, 1:22 left first period. Here is Lawrence on the other end. Easy layup. Nobody there to pick him up. And the Indians regain the lead, 9-8. Stolen away by Armuchee on the other end. Here they come back the other way across the timeline. Feed to the right wing side. Here's a three-point look. Is he dialed in? That's going to be a little short. And another look here for the Indians off the glass. A little strong on that one. And Pepperell is able to keep it in momentarily, but it goes off the leg of Caleb Buck, and it's staying with the Indians. So the Indians lead it by 1, 9-8 over the Pepperell Dragons. 55.4 seconds left here in our opening quarter of play. A lot of basketball today through Friday. The tournament was originally supposed to go through Saturday, but there's been some shifting around in terms of the bracket with a couple of teams having to opt out of the tournament this year, and it's trimmed it down to where it's only going to be a 3-day tournament. Shot off the glass, it's no good. Getting his own rebound was Orr for the Indians, Kama Orr. And he is going to pick up a foul, so Pepperell's about to inbound the ball. They feed it into Edge, got some pressure here. Edge is trapped. They're going to pass it away. Good job working around that. McGinnis has got it. They're on the other end of the floor, but quickly getting down there is Ethan Aker. And the ball was turned over. It looked like we're going to have another timeout, so we're going to do the same thing. 33.1 seconds left to go in the first quarter. It is 9 Indians, Dragons 8 between the Armuchee Indians and the Pepperell Dragons. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Well, evidently we're going to keep it right here. Glad you're with us tonight on WLAQ. And right now the Indians are on top of the Dragons by a score of 9-8 with 33.1 seconds coming out of the timeout. The Dragons back out on the floor waiting on the Indians to come back out, and we're about ready to resume. We've enjoyed being here tonight, and again, to our radio listeners, do want to apologize for the technical difficulties that we've had with our internet. Going to try to have a better signal coming up tomorrow. That's certainly been a challenge we've had to work through tonight. Indians with the ball, dribbling into the paint. Shot is up, and it is going to be good. Actually, it'll be a turnover. So the Dragons are getting ready to bring the ball down the floor. Brenton McGinnis is going to handle the inbound pass and get it into Kemp Edge. Now they're going to pass it into the paint. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound's going to be taken by the Armuchee Indians, but stolen away. Here's Edge off the glass and good. His first basket of the night, but you can be rest assured it won't be his last. Here's another shot for Pepperell after stealing it away. Armuchee gets the ball back, though. Dribbling behind his back is going to be Payne, and time expires to end our first period. Interesting first period, and it results in the Dragons on top by 1. Dragons 10, Armuchee Indians 9. Will step out for 1 minute on WLAQ. We'll be back. All right. Sorry we missed that call on the video. We're waiting on radio to come back. But nonetheless, it was a missed shot for Pepperell. And at the charity stripe after being fouled is going to be Clayton King. His first shot is up and rattles around the rim and out. And so we'll get ready for his next free throw. Foul was charged to Sylvester Bassey for the Armuchee Indians. He picked up his first personal foul as we get ready for King's next free throw. It is in and out, no good. Rebound's going to be picked up by Bassey. Bassey is going to feed it over to Donovan Bray. And now it's in the hands of Miller. Wyatt Miller feeds it to the right wing side. Driving in is Aker. There's a nice pass across the lane over to Kamar Orr. And he's able to pick up a basket, and that makes it 11-10 Indians. This has been a good one so far. There's Edge on the other end. That one won't fall. Rebound's going to be taken by Armuchee after a little bit of a scrum for it. Bringing it down the floor is going to be Orr. Orr feeds it to another player as he goes across the timeline. And that was Jasmine Payne who went up to shoot. And the shot went in, but it's a foul going to be called, a charge on him. So this is going back the other way. As Pepperell's going to bring it down the floor. Edge has got it. Feeds it across to one of his teammates. Edge with a wide open three, gets his feet set. That one will not go. Rebound's going to be pulled down around a bunch of defenders for Orr. Orr, here's a long three-point shot on the other end, no good. Rebound's going to be taken by the Pepperell Dragons. Here's a shot from Pepperell, no good. I don't have that young man on my roster, unfortunately, number 23. So I am sorry about that. Armuchee with it, Aker with it on the right wing. He drives in, puts up the shot. It's off the glass and in. So Aker's first basket of the night, and now the Indians increase their lead to 13-10, 6:40 left here in the first half. Edge throws up a shot, no good. Put back, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds. And this is going to be with the Armuchee Indians. 13-10 your score. 6:33 left in the second quarter. And we're going to get ready for Wyatt Miller to inbound the ball for Armuchee. Miller to inbound the ball. He's going to feed it into Aker. It's stolen away. Here is Pepperell off the glass and in for Clayton King. Here come the Indians on the other end, running a little tempo. Lawrence with it, dribbling, and he goes into the paint, kicks it out. There's Aker, puts it up, no good. Ball is going to be tipped by one Dragon and into the hands of another. They're on the other end. Vincent feeds it down low. Nice feed from Vincent inside. And I hate doing this, but I don't have his name, so I have to tell you it's number 23. I'll see if I can track that down, but it's a long hike to the scorer's table from where I'm at. So I am not sure who that young man is who just scored the basket for Pepperell. And that's on me. I should have done a better job of getting that for you. Here comes Pepperell. Hunter Henderson feeds it down low. To the right wing they go. Shot is up. It's no good. Rebound's going to be taken by Wyatt Miller. Here comes Armuchee across the timeline, dribbling off to the far side. He's going to feed it back over to Tamias Lawrence. Lawrence is going to back up a little bit, being defended right now by Tom Vincent. They feed it to the right wing side to Trejo. Trejo. Now they work it around the perimeter, over in the left wing side to Lawrence. And breaking towards the basket, putting up the shots, no good for Armuchee. And the ball's in the hands of Kemp, who feeds it down to Vincent, drives in, puts up the shot, no good, a little strong. And the rebound's taken by Trejo for Armuchee. Here is Armuchee on the other end. Shot off the glass, no good, but I believe we're going to see free throw shots for Jordan Joyce. 14-13 your score. Pepperell on top by 1. 5:05 left, first half. Jordan Joyce at the charity stripe after being fouled by Clayton King. And the shot is up and no good. He gets ready for the next free throw. Substitution coming into the game for Pepperell. Leaving the game is Clayton King. Checking in is Gage Owens. Shot up, and that one's going to be good. So Joyce makes one of the two free throws, and we're tied at 14 apiece. Dragons and Indians. Long three-point look, and it is good. Great shooting tonight so far by Hunter Henderson. He's had 3 3-pointers here in the first half, and now the Dragons back to a 3-point lead, but not for long, as on the other end, Tamias Lawrence grabs a layup, and now it's a 1-point game. Pepperell quickly on the other end, shooting no good. Tries to keep it in bounds, but it's back into the hands of Armuchee. Things moving fast here in the second quarter. He tried a no-look pass, talking about Braden Redden, but it went out of bounds. 17-16, Pepperell over Armuchee here in the boys bracket with 4:32 left to go in the first half. We'll do our best at halftime to recap some of the action, some of the other action going on in the tournament tonight. I can tell you the scores from the games here. Haven't been able to get any updates from the other gym here at Armuchee High School. Pepperell inbounds the ball, leading at 17-16. Right now with it is Kemp Edge, dribbles to the right. He's going to toss it over to Tom Vincent. And now into the game is Rhodes, Alex Rhodes. There's Edge from the right wing side, knocks down a three. Good looking shot. And that's going to make it a 20-16 ball game in favor of the Dragons over the Armuchee Indians as Reynolds goes across the timeline. Shot is going to sit on the rim for a couple of moments, then falls off, no good. Score remains 20-16 in favor of Pepperell over Armuchee. There's a long look at a three, no good for Henderson. A rare miss tonight for him. And super glad to have you with us here on WLAQ, and also newly added to this year's tournament, the video stream, which is handled by Dave Corbin, who does a tremendous job, as well as his cousin, Mr. Patterson, who also does a tremendous job. They make a great team, and they got some young folks working with them. Maybe I can get their names and relay them to you here in a little bit, because they're all working hard, doing a good job, and they've got multiple camera angles if you're experiencing that part of the broadcast, so I'm taking it to the next level for sure. Dribbling the ball is Armuchee. Ball is going to be forced out of bounds. I think it was off on Pepperell, so we're going to see Armuchee inbound the ball here in just a couple of moments, but Dragons on top 20-16 with 3:48 left here in the first half. Going to have 4 games for you on the radio and video stream tomorrow, all from the new gym at Armuchee. That'll be fun. Here comes Edge on the other end. This has been a really high-paced, interesting first half between the Pepperell Dragons and the Armuchee Indians. These two teams have not played each other, I believe, so far this season. Rhodes with it. Now to Vincent. Back over to Edge. Good ball movement from Pepperell. Sets up a wide-open three there for Edge. That's going to move the score to 23-16. Largest lead of the night for either team. Pepperell on top by 7. There's a long look at a three on the other end. This one won't go. Long rebound taken by Tom Vincent. And he's going to be fouled as he was looking to pass to Calvari Smith. And so we're going to see Brenton McGinnis feed it in here from the near sidelines. Pepperell in their black uniforms, working from right to left on your radio dial. Tom Vincent with it. Now back up top to Edge, and he is going to miss that one by just a little bit. Ball is kept inbounds by Armuchee. They're going to bring it down the floor. Stolen away by Tom Vincent. Here's Kemp Edge with the basketball. Drives in, no-look pass. Ball ends up on the floor, and good heads-up play right there by that young man. I believe it was McGinnis called for the timeout as he was down on the floor, avoiding the traveling call. So 23-16, Dragons on top by 7 over the Armuchee Indians. 3:02 left here in the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds. All right, we're back live at Armuchee High School, and Pepperell has the basketball after the inbound pass. Tom Vincent's got it. He's going to feed it in to Rhodes. Rhodes going in, and he travels, so that's going to be a turnover. And definitely, if you're watching the video, you could see that young man's reaction and frustration for turning the ball over. Dragons on top, 23-16 is your score. 7-point game. We've got under 3 minutes to play now in the first half. There's a pass over to Lawrence, who goes towards the paint, passes it away. Now back to Lawrence, dribbles back, being guarded by Kemp Edge. Lawrence is now going to go back towards the timeline, reset this offense for the Armuchee Indians. Dribbles towards the low block on the right side, feeds it off to Hooper, and now they'll dribble back up top with it. And ball almost stolen away by Tom Vincent. And Pepperell playing really tough defense, doing a good job getting their hands in there, making it tough on the Armuchee Indians, no question about it. 2:20 left here in the second quarter. Armuchee with the ball. And Payne with it, feeds it down low. And the ball goes out of bounds on Pepperell, so it's staying with Armuchee as they get ready to inbound momentarily. Sylvester Bassey's going to check into the game now for Jasmine Payne. Also coming into the game is going to be Ethan Aker for the Pepperell Dragons. Feeding it in for Armuchee is going to be Wyatt Miller. They get it down low. There's a shot off the glass and in. And that is going to be Tobias Lawrence with another basket. He's got 10 points tonight, and Armuchee cuts it to 5. 23-18, Dragons on top. Armuchee steals it away. With the ball is now Orr. They get it in the hands of Lawrence. He goes in, tries to lay it in. And that is going to be an offensive foul charged against Lawrence, and Pepperell's going to get the ball back. So, again, Dragons lead 23-18 over the Indians. 1:45 left in this first half. We're almost to halftime in our final game of the night. It's 9 o'clock. You're listening to high school basketball as a part of the 67th annual Seven Hills Rotary Rome News Tribune basketball tournament on the AM 1410 WLAQ Rome. And also the live video stream. Here's a long shot from the right wing side. No good. The tip in is going to be good for Kemp Edge. And that is going to bring the lead back to 7 for the Dragons. Coming down the floor very quickly was Tom Vincent trying to knock away the inbound pass from Armuchee, and he did, but out of bounds. So Armuchee gets ready to inbound and work it down the floor here in just a couple of moments with some added pressure here from the Pepperell Dragons defense. They will almost steal it away. Good job by Aker to keep possession of the ball. Going in, trying to shoot a layup, being blocked is going to be Redden. Here comes the Dragons on the other end, driving, and he stepped on the baseline, no doubt about it. That'll be a turnover. So the Armuchee Indians are going to get the ball back. 1:17 left first half. Dragons 25, Indians 18. This has been a fun, fast-paced boys basketball game here to close out the night here from Armuchee's new gym. They're going to be an outlet pass down low, 1-on-2 in favor of the Pepperell Dragons, and he decides not to shoot. Good decision, but the ball's stolen away. Here's Tom Vincent, 1-on-1 down low, no good. The putback is no good from Edge. Vincent gets the rebound, though, and the Dragons keep possession of the ball. Wide open three, can't knock that one down. Dragons getting a lot of looks here, though, on this possession. Here's another three-point shot, this time from Edge as he hits the deck. No good, and Armuchee finally gets the ball back, trailing by 7. 48 seconds left here in the half. Aker with it. Now over to the left wing side. Three-point look. Had a good spin on it, but could not get that one to fall. Dragons with the ball now, and a foul is going to be called against the Indians. 38.4 ticks left on the clock here in our second quarter. Going to the free throw line for the Dragons is going to be Calvari Smith. Smith was fouled by Sylvester Bassey, who picked up his second foul of the night. So again, Smith at the free throw line. And the shot is up and in. He will get ready for his second free throw. Next shot is going to go as well for Smith, and now it's 27-18, 9-point lead for the Pepperell Dragons over the Armuchee Indians with 33 seconds left to go on the clock in the first half. Zach Mendentz, head coach for the Pepperell Dragons, giving some directions to his team as they get ready to defend Armuchee, inbounding the ball here in just a moment in the waning seconds here of our second quarter. Miller inbounds the ball. He gets it to Lawrence. It's in his hands quite a bit, and for good reason. He's a good ball handler, a good basketball player. Shot off the glass, no good. And we're going to see Lawrence go to the free throw line again here for the Armuchee Indians. He has been there once, and I believe he missed his free throw when he was there, but let's see what he'll do here. It's 27-18 your score. Pepperell Dragons on top by 9 over the Armuchee Indians. Lawrence at the free throw line. He gets ready to shoot. And here comes the free throw shot. It's going to be short. He gets ready for his second. Home in the Armuchee Indians tonight. Both of their teams, as Armuchee hosting the tournament here this year, got the opportunity, and deservedly so, to play on their home floor here in the opening round. That's going to be well short. And the Dragons will inbound the ball. .5 ticks left on the clock here in the first half of play. If you're coming to the tournament tomorrow or Friday, any nights of the remaining nights of the tournament, keep in mind 25% capacity. Fans are asked to leave at the end of each game. There's a shot in and out. If there is remaining capacity once the fans of the next game come into the arena for the game, then you might be let back in. But that's just the way it works in COVID-19. There's a long three-point look and the foul. So you could have a 4-point play with this situation. A good job there by Daryl Trejo, knocking that three-point shot down for his first points of the game. Highly contested shot, so much so that he was fouled and knocked to the floor, and we're going to see him shoot. So it's a 27-21 game, and this could be a pretty big swing here for the Armuchee Indians as we get ready to head to the locker room for the halftime period. So going into the locker room, cutting into that Pepperell lead, which was out to 9 with the momentum. A good thing for the Armuchee Indians. Let's see if Trejo will knock down this free throw and make it a 4-point play. Nope, not going to do it. They get the ball back with almost got another look at it before time expired to end the half, but not enough time to get the shot off. So at your halftime, it is 27-21 Pepperell Dragons over the Armuchee Indians. We're going to step out for a few minutes and come back with our first half totals after these messages on WLAQ. We will be back.
This year's event sponsor is Riverside Auto Group. At Riverside Auto Group, we make it easy, with locations in Cartersville and Rome. Additional sponsors include Waters and Associates Landscaping, Summit Hill Foods, Hardy Realty, and the Lewis Chemical Company. Beneficiaries of this year's tournament are the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northwest Georgia, local high school athletic programs, student scholarships at Georgia Highlands College, International Student Scholarship at Berry College, the new Learning Center at Anna K. Davey Elementary School, Laws of Life Essay Contest at Rome High School, Region 1 Star Student Teacher Recognition Program, Georgia Northwestern Technical College Student and Faculty of the Year, Rome Floyd County Respect for Law Awards, a partnership with the Noon Optimist Club honoring local law enforcement officers. Beneficiaries of this year's tournament are the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northwest Georgia, local high school athletic programs, student scholarships at Georgia Highlands College, International Student Scholarship at Berry College, the new Learning Center at Anna K. Davey Elementary School, Laws of Life Essay Contest at Rome High School, Region 1 Star Student Teacher Recognition Program, Georgia Northwestern Technical College Student and Faculty of the Year, Rome Floyd County Respect for Law Awards, a partnership with the Noon Optimist Club honoring local law enforcement officers. Ticket sales to this year's event were greatly reduced because of COVID-19 capacity restrictions. To help offset the costs of this year's tournament, please consider making a charitable donation to the Seven Hills Rotary Club. You can donate using the Venmo app on your smart device. Simply download the app and create an account. Then search for @Seven Hills Rotary Club and make your donation. See the description below for additional details. Thank you for watching this broadcast and for supporting the Seven Hills Rotary Club and its beneficiaries.
Darlington received a bye. Coosa had to opt out of the tournament, and Darlington was actually the winner of the girls' gold ball last year. They are now with a bye, so they awaited the winner of the Chattooga Woodland game, which was played here earlier today. It was originally supposed to be played at the main gym, but because of some things getting shifted around, it ended up over here. Chattooga won that game handily, 49-9. So that sets up a matchup between the Darlington girls and the Chattooga girls tomorrow at 4 o'clock right here in the new gym at Armuchee School. Sticking with the girls bracket, this will be the 7 o'clock girls game. Armuchee defeated Model here in the new gym 51-31 tonight. They advance and will play the winner of the Rome Unity game, which was played at the same time at 7 o'clock. I could not find an update on that one, so I'm not sure the results of that. We'll see if we can continue to check that out and let you know what happened there. We'll switch to the boys' side. Chattooga eliminates Coosa 49-39 in the boys' bracket. That was our 5:30 game here today. And they will go on and play the winner of the Rome Woodland game, which I just found out looking at John McClellan's Twitter account. I knew he'd have that Rome score, so I went to his Twitter account and found that. And Rome eliminated Woodland by a final score of 83-53. And so Rome advances and will play Chattooga. That should be a pretty fun game coming up tomorrow here in the new gym as well. And we're going to find out who's going to be winning between Armuchee and Pepperell here in the new gym. The game we have for you right now. Right now, the Dragons on top 27-21. And the winner of this game is going to play the winner of the Model Darlington game, which is being played right now as we speak over at the main gym, setting up what could be a really interesting matchup in the tournament. I'd love to have an update. If anybody has one, get it to me from that Model Darlington game. Two really good teams there playing in the first round. I'm curious to see what's transpiring in that game as well. So we've had some good action here in the first round for you. And again, super glad you're with us. Let's run down the scoring before we take our final break, before we begin the final half of play here tonight at Armuchee High School. We will start with the Armuchee Indians, who trail right now by 6 to the Pepperell Dragons, 27-21. Dragons on top. Ethan Aker had 2 points, 3 for Daryl Trejo, 1 for Braden Redden, 3 for Jordan Joyce, 2 for Kama Orr, and then the leading scorer for Armuchee tonight, Timaeus Lawrence. He had 10 points. So the Armuchee Indians hanging in there in this game. Pepperell Dragons would get 2 points of production from Brenton McGinnis, also 2 from Calvari Smith, and 2 from Clayton King. 9 points for Hunter Henderson, and also you would get 9 points from Kemp Edge. Those two guys, the leading scorers for Pepperell in the game, but leading overall in scoring tonight is the Armuchee Indian, Timaeus Lawrence, doing a great job tonight for his team. So pretty good first half. We got a 6-point game here at halftime, 27-21. The Armuchee Indians trail the Pepperell Dragons, and we've got about 2 minutes until we start our second half. So let's take a break of the same amount of time on our radio broadcast. We'll send it back to the studio for 2 minutes and come back for the second half. All right, Pepperell inbounds the ball. We're underway here in the second half from Armuchee High School. Dragons on top as we start the third period of this game. 27-21 is your score, and the Dragons have scored again. Great pass from Edge inside to Tom Vincent, who gets the finish, and the Dragons extend their lead to 8 points. 29-21 is your score as we continue play. Armuchee with the ball, dribbling. They kick it back out. Akers got it, dribbles in. He's going to feed it to a teammate, Lawrence, who scored 10 points in the first half. Back up top, there's a look at a three, in and out. Won't rattle in. Ball ends up on the floor, picked up by Edge. Edge is going to feed it down to Henderson. Now back to Edge at the top of the key. Long three, and he drills it. He's got 3 threes tonight, and he's got 12 points. And the Pepperell Dragons have a 9-point lead. 32-31, ball stolen away. Vincent to Edge. Edge with a jump shot, no good. Rebound's going to be taken by Edge, who shot it. Long attempt, no good. There for Henderson. Ball's loose, and it's off the glass and in for Lawrence. He's got 12 points in the game, and that'll cut it back to 9. So 32-23 your score, 6:39 left to go in the third quarter. And a foul is going to be charged against the Armuchee Indians. Checking out is going to be Lawrence. Pepperell inbounds the ball. Edge feeds it right back to Henderson. And ball is loose. Picked up by Pepperell. Drive, well, he takes one step too many. That was Smith, and now the ball is going to be back with the Indians. Here come the Indians down the other end. They're going to give it to Trejo. Takes a step back, shoots, no good. Rebounded by Joyce. Now there's a scrum for it down low. Trejo battles for it, and we're going to have a whistle by the officials. Ball is going to stay with the Armuchee Indians. Clint Decker, head coach of the Indians, giving some instruction to his team as they get ready to feed it in. And the inbound pass nearly picked off by Tom Vincent, but hanging on to it, doing a good job, McFarland for the Indians. Now over on the right wing side is Aker. He is trapped in the corner, managed to stay in bounds, shot up, and no good there for Jordan Joyce. Oh, and I do want to relay some information to you. I just got another piece of information. John McClellan has let me know that the Rome girls won 74-32, and we'd also just received word that Rome had won by Rome News Tribune sports editor Michael Barron. So thanks to both of those guys for the help. Really appreciate it. Free throw shot is good for Joyce. He'll get ready for his next shot. So that'll cut into that Dragon lead a little bit. Next one is on the way, and it will fall. So that makes it a 32-25 point game, back to a 7-point game in favor of the Dragons over the Indians. But the Indians battle back, and I'll relay that information about the Rome Unity game in a moment. We got some action right here. Shot is up. It is going to be no good. Rebound taken by the Indians. Aker across the timeline, and it's going to be a turnover. So here, finally, we will give you the information. We have got the final score. Rome girls end up defeating Unity 74-32 was your final score. So Rome will play Armuchee in a semifinal game. So we've got the bracket set for the semifinals in the girls, but still waiting on things to be wrapped up here in the boys. There's a shot that's good for Smith of the Pepperell Dragons. Another shot on the other end for the Indians. And things are moving fast. It is 34-27, still in favor of the Dragons, as these two teams have been trading shots the last minute or so. So thanks again to John McClellan and also Michael Barron for relaying those scores to me. Really appreciate it. Dragons set to run their offense with a man at the top of the key, Ben Welchel. 5:10 left here to go in this third quarter. Dragons on top by 7. There is a long three. That one is not going to go for Mr. King. He gets his own rebound, and then the ball is tied up. and it is a jump ball, and we're going to have a 30-second timeout as well. Ball's going to be with the Indians when we come back. Pepperell leads it 34-27 over Armuchee. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Long three after the inbound pass there for Mr. Clayton King. And Dragons quickly get the ball back. Man, this thing is moving so fast I can barely keep up with it. There's another three-point shot. That for King again. He's hit 2 in a row. And the Dragons extend their lead. I'm going to have to do some tolling. I don't think the scoreboard's right now. It shows 34-30, but that cannot be right. I think they gave the Indians. All right, now they're correcting it. It is 40-30 currently on the scoreboard in favor, no, 40-27. There you go. They gave Indians some of those points. The Dragons on top by 13 now that that's all sorted out. Sorry for the confusion. 4:24 left, third quarter. Dragons with the basketball and a pretty good lead. This is the biggest lead of the night. There's another long shot, no good. Couldn't make that one after hitting the 2 prior. Here come the Indians on the other end. Lawrence dribbles. He's over on the right wing side on the far side. With it is Aiden McFarland. McFarland to Lawrence. And the ball is going to be kicked out of bounds. So actually, it's a foul, I should say. And they're going to charge Mr. Welchel with that one for Pepperell. He's picked up 2. Ball is going to be staying with the Armuchee Indians. So Armuchee set inbound the ball, trailing by 13, and really needing a basket right now. We've got about half the quarter left to go, and right now I'm watching one of the scorers next to the scorers table disinfecting one of the balls. They're cleaning them periodically. There's a shot off the glass and in for Ben McGinnis. He got fouled on his way up. Actually, I believe they called it a offensive foul. Yep, they sure did. So that's going to be a turnover instead. And we're going to see Armuchee inbound the ball. Wyatt Miller to feed it in here for the Armuchee Indians, trailing by 13. Pepperell 40, Indians 27. Lawrence with it. Lawrence is going to give to his teammate. Pressure here from the Dragons. And Armuchee's able to handle the pressure, get it down on the floor. Here's Lawrence. He puts it up, no good. Rebound taken by Pepperell. And the officials is having a little conversation with one of the Pepperell Dragons right there, Ben Welchel. I guess telling him to slow his roll a little bit. So we're going to see Welchel inbound the ball here from the near side. He's going to feed it in to Gage Owens, it looks like. He was just holding him up and getting ready to inbound the pass. So Owens with it, dribbles to the right. Now he's going to look down low, put a pass in the air, and the shot is up, no good. And now I'm going to have to do something I really do not like to do on a broadcast. I'm going to give you a number instead of a name. That is a big no-no for me. Anybody that broadcasts games, but the roster I have for Pepperell does not have a number 23. So we'll work with what we have. Shot is up. It is good. And now the Dragons should be up 41-27 after he made that one. I think the guy fell asleep at the switch over there. Next free throw is no good. Rebound's taken by Armuchee. Here they come back the other end. Kick it back out to Lawrence. Lawrence driving towards the lane. Shot is up. It is no good. Rebound taken by the Pepperell Dragons. Working it across the floor they go. And he travels. So that'll be a turnover here for the Dragons. And Armuchee's going to get the ball back. They need to take advantage of these turnover opportunities to try to climb back into this ball game. 3:16 left, third quarter. It's been more or less all Dragons the last little bit. So here comes Lawrence. He drives, going to pass to Joyce. And good heads-up play there by the Dragons and Gage Owens. He threw the ball off of one of the Armuchee Indians. And they will get possession of the ball. Feeding it in is going to be Clayton King. Or actually, I should say Owens to, or no, that was 24. So that was Welchel to King, back to Welchel. Welchel with it. Now over to the left side to Owens. Now King with it in his hands, and there's going to be a whistle and a foul that's going to be charged against the Armuchee Indians. And that one's going to be charged to number 12, who is Sylvester Bassey. And the Pepperell Dragons are set to inbound the basketball. Feeding it in is going to be Clayton King. And Dragons inbound on their side of the floor. Now with it is Owens. Owens drives, puts up the shot around the low block, no good. And the rebound's going to go to Armuchee. Here they come across the timeline and pretty quickly, but getting his hands in there is going to be Gage Owens, nearly stealing it away, and it actually looks like it went off on the foot of one of the Armuchee Indians, so it does result in a turnover, and the Dragons are getting set to inbound the ball. Ben Welchel is going to trigger it in here in just a couple of moments and going to have a little bit of pressure right now from Tomias Lawrence, who is winded, and he kind of leans on his elbow on one of the Armuchee players, Gage Owens, and he will check out of the game and go take a little breather. He is just out of gas. Now, let me tell you, that young man has been all over the place. He has scored 12 points and has given everything he's had to this game. He certainly deserves a break. Across the timeline is going to be Gage Owens. Owens is going to feed it off to Welchel. Welchel back over to Rhodes. Rhodes up top. And now it's good ball motion. Good backdoor cut there for Gage Owens, who gets the finish there. I didn't catch who was responsible for the feed. I was watching him cut towards the basket, but that was a great move. And now Pepperell extends their lead to 43-27, 16-point lead with 2:19 left here in the third quarter. Pepperell inbounds the ball. A little bit of pressure there from Aiden McFarland. He'll drop back. Pepperell's got it on the other end of the floor, really taking charge of this game in the third quarter for sure. With the ball now is Alex Rhodes. And there's a long look at a three-point shot, in and up, high off the rim, pulled down by Rhodes. Now over to the right wing, takes a couple of steps to his left, fires, and a good shot from Braden McGinnis. 45-27 is your score. That was a two, not in three-point range. 1:51 left in the third quarter. Seven Hills Rotary Club, of course, puts on this tournament along with the Rome News Tribune every year, and this year looks a little different. 25% capacity, which in some of these first-round games, honestly, doesn't look a lot different in some of the matchups. There's a long three-point shot, but when you get in the semifinals, which will be tomorrow, and then the finals, it's going to look a lot different. Here's a shot from Pepperell, but after the whistle was blown. Substitution getting ready to check in, too, for Pepperell. You're going to have Edge and Vincent back into the game checking out. You're going to have Clayton King and also Ben Welchel. I'll tell you who's on the floor for each team for our radio listeners in just a couple of moments. Get some of these young men's names on the air for sure. Number 32, Donovan Bray for Armuchee with it. Drives in, puts up the shot. It is no good, but he gets fouled, so we're going to see Mr. Bray at the free throw line. Yeah, the semifinals are going to be tomorrow, and the girls' bracket is set. Darlington, Chattooga in the game at 4. The girls' bracket and Armuchee and Rome in the 7 o'clock girls' game. Shot is going to be good for Mr. Bray. He'll get ready for his second. It's going to make it a 45-28 game. As far as the boys' bracket, all we know so far is that Chattooga defeated Coosa 49-39 to advance, as well as Rome beating Woodland 83-53 in the main gym. And that shot is going to fall as well on the free throw attempt, making it 45-29. Indians trying to cut into that Pepperell lead, which is pretty sizable at the moment. So you get Chattooga and Rome in the first boys matchup from here in the Armuchee new gym tomorrow at 5:30. That'll be the first boys game. And so the winner of this one, Armuchee and Pepperell, will face the winner of the game going on right now at the main gym between Model and Darlington. Armuchee works it across the timeline, dribbling in as Trejo. He'll fit it out to the left wing side, and that is going to be an offensive foul on Trejo driving in. So that'll be a turnover, and Pepperell will get the ball back. We're going to see Alex Rhodes triggering the ball in here on the inbound pass, 45-29. He's going to get it into Gage Owens as one of the defenders. Trejo was over on Vincent for the Dragons. So Owens to Vincent. Vincent fights off his man, but a little too hard, and picks up a foul. And this game has been pretty physical here tonight between these two teams. No question about it. It's been a fun game. 1:08 left, third quarter. Pepperell 45, Armuchee Indians 29. Here comes Trejo. He's down at the low block, puts up a shot, but he picked up his pivot foot as he was about to shoot, and the official was right on top of it. That's a turnover. And here comes Pepperell Dragons with Owens with the ball in his hands at the top of the key. The feed to Rhodes. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul that's going to be charged, I believe, against Armuchee set to inbound the ball, so scratch that. So Armuchee will inbound the ball, trailing at 45-29. They're going to feed it into Aiden McFarland. McFarland across the center court stripe. Over into the corner to Trejo. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound and a putback for Armuchee. It is no good, but that young man is fouled, so he's going back to the charity stripe. It's Donovan Bray. He was there just a few moments ago and knocked down a couple of free throws. And it's a great opportunity here for Armuchee. They've got the clock stopped, an opportunity for some points, try to chip away and get back into this ball game. Here is a shot, and it rattles around the rim. It looked like it wanted to go, but in the end, the rim just kicked it back out. So no good on that free throw, and we'll get ready for Bray to shoot again. Score remains 45-29 with 47 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Here's the next shot from Bray. That one's off the back of the iron, so neither one of those free throws good after he made two in a row on the previous trip. Vincent over to Edge up top of key. He's being guarded by Lawrence, who's back out on the floor after taking a little bit of a break. They feed it over to the left wing side, and in the basket goes Calgary Smith, picks up another basket here in the third quarter, 47-30, 17-point Pepperell lead over Armuchee. Boys bracket game, 19 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. Whether you're listening tonight on the radio at 96.9 FM, 1410 AM, or online at WLAQ1410.com, we appreciate you listening. Or if you're watching on the brand new YouTube stream for the tournament, we have a timeout on the floor. Dragons lead at 49-29 over the Indians. We step out for 30 seconds. All right, 47-29, the Pepperell Dragons on top of the Armuchee Indians. Armuchee will inbound the ball. They have it. Trejo drives towards the paint, puts up a shot, no good. Ball is knocked out of bounds, and it's staying with the Indians. Last off on one of the Pepperell Dragons. We got 9.3 seconds left here in the third quarter, so we're getting close to the final 8 minutes of our basketball game for you tonight, and of the final game of the tournament, the first night of the tournament here from the new gym. Been a lot of fun. Lawrence kicks it out to Trejo. Good look at a three. Going to leave that one a little short off the side of the iron. And there's another attempt there right as time expires to end our third quarter. So at the end of three quarters, the Pepperell Dragons in control of this one. They are up 47-29 as we get ready for the final 8 minutes here from Armuchee High School in the first night of the tournament. Again, Pepperell Dragons 47, Armuchee Indians 29. We'll get you ready for the final frame when we come back in 1 minute. Doing okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's been cutting in and out. I got to get that fixed by tomorrow. You like that? You got to improvise in this gig. All right, Armuchee with the ball, trailing 47-29 with 7:49 left in the clock. Just underway with our final quarter here from, I almost said Georgia Highlands, but we're not at Georgia Highlands. We're at Armuchee High School. And, of course, a bit different look of the tournament this year. But, again, thank you to Principal Rotary out here at Armuchee and the administration for allowing this tournament to take place here and hosting. It's definitely a great place for it with the two gyms that they have to work between. So really it's worked out well here for the first round. And, of course, everybody, the Rotary Club and everything's done a good job shifting people in and out. And looks like everything's gone pretty smooth, about as good as you can ask for here for the first night under these circumstances. Shot up, no good there for Lawrence. And here comes a one-on-one down the other end. Nice pass, and the shot can't get it to go, so didn't get the finish he wanted. But it looked like it was setting up as a nice play down on the other end for the Dragons. Armuchee now has got it on the other end, trying to climb back in this one. Still time left, but they got to make a move fast, and that will help. That was Lawrence off the glass and in. That's going to cut it to 16, 47-31. Edge works his way around the defense and passes away to a teammate. Now they got it down low. Here's a quick look. That's off the side of the iron. Trejo picks up the rebound. Here he comes down the other end of the floor, putting a shot off the glass, no good. And the Dragons will pick it up and work their way down the other end. Here's Clayton King, and he's got it pretty much all alone off the glass. And in, he had a defender closing, but he was able to get the shot off before he got there. 49-31, a shot on the other end. That one is going to fall for Tomias Lawrence, who's just had a whale of a game. He's got 16 points, 51-33. Both teams working pretty fast at this point in time. Hunter Henderson from way out knocks down a three-point shot. That's his fourth of the night. He now has 12 points, and that's going to make it a 19-point, 52-33 lead for Pepperell over Armuchee. So let's step out for another timeout on WLAQ. We'll be back in 30 seconds. .5:51 to play here from inside the brand new gym at Armuchee High School. The Dragons in control of this one on top of the Armuchee Indians, 52-33. Enjoying some basketball tonight here on WLAQ and the live video stream from the tournament. So much fun to get the opportunity to be a part of this every year. Armuchee set to inbound the ball. And I'm going to give you some scoring totals at the end of the night. I don't believe I got to that at halftime. Shot up, no good. We're going to have a foul. And it looks like we're going to see a Dragon at the free throw line. And that is going to be Mr. Tom Vincent. And again, it's really interesting to me, and I know I talk about this a lot if you follow any of our games. It's really interesting to me how much of a comeback that mullet hairstyle has made. You see a lot of them. And, you know, some of the best come from Coastal Carolina, if you've seen their football team. I mean, they've got mullets that will go up against Billy Ray Cyrus and Richard Dean Anderson that used to play MacGyver, and Yammer Yager, the hockey player. Knocks down the free throw, Tom Vincent did. That makes it 53-33. I probably have an unhealthy obsession with it. 20-point lead now for the Dragons. And inside they go. The Armuchee Indians shot up. It is no good. but he gets fouled. So we're going to see that young man go to the charity stripe with an opportunity for some points with the clock stopped. I need to just quit talking about it and grow one. I think I'd look pretty cool with a gray-headed receding hairline mullet. There's the shot. It is no good. We'll get ready for the second one. Ben Welchel picked up his third foul. And here's the next shot from McFarland. He's going to miss that one as well. Rebounds picked up by Welchel. Now they get it to Tom Vincent. 5:30 left here in the final quarter. Long shot for for the Dragons, no good. Armuchee down the other end of the floor. Kick back out to the right wing side. Now down low. Now back outside. Good ball movement for Armuchee. Creates a good open look, but they can't knock it down. But the putback is going to be good on the reverse layup for Wyatt Miller. Picks up his first basket of the night. 53-35. There's a long three-point look for Kemp Edge. He has got 15 points, and I have been impressed watching that young man play for the last few seasons. He is a heck of a ball player, no doubt about it. Ball is knocked loose. Edge has got it. Nope, stolen away by Aker. Puts up a quick shot, no good. Gets his own rebound. Aker got it again, and he's going to get another try, and he's able to knock it down this time. He's got 6 points, I should say, in the game tonight. 2 in this quarter. 4:33 left in the ball game. Dragons 56, Indians 37. Substitutions getting set to check in for both teams. A couple for the Dragons and one for the Armuchee Indians. Standing at the free throw line is Tom Vincent, who will shoot in just a moment after being fouled by Jordan Joyce. So here is Vincent with the free throw. Good ball player. Next shot, it is good. So we'll get ready for his next free throw. And that's a 20-point lead again here for the Pepperell Dragons, leading the Indians 57-37. So Vincent all set here for his next free throw. Spins it around in his hands and puts up the shot. And that one's going to be a little short off the front of the iron. Here comes Armuchee with the ball after getting the rebound after the missed free throw. And a one-on-one under the basket. Picking up the basket's going to be Orr. That'll be his first of the night. No, actually second of the night. He's got 4 points. Pepperell on the other end. Vincent went in, had the ball stripped as he was going up to shoot. Not enough contact for the foul. Here comes Armuchee with it on the other end. Almost trapped was the Armuchee player, Wyatt Miller, but he got around it. Now into the hands of Aker on the far side over in the right wing. And ball almost tied up by Vincent. He's still battling for it. Armuchee with a good look at a three-point shot. That one's going to be off the front of the rim, a little short. Ball loose on the floor. Vincent goes for it, but it's going to be eventually picked up by Orr. Now Pepperell ends up back with the ball. Here they come down the other side. No-look pass off the glass and in. Clayton King with a no-look pass, and then the finish by the Pepperell Dragon, who just scored that ball, and I believe it was number 5, Brenton McGinnis, picking up his next basket. But I wanted to make sure that I gave credit to King for that pass, opening up that shot. But yeah, it was McGinnis who got the basket. So Dragons back up by 20. 59-39 is your score with 27 remaining in the fourth quarter. Across the timeline goes Mr. Gage Owens. Owens feeds it off to Edge. Edge at the top of the key. 3:15 left to go in the game. And I think you'll see Pepperell more than likely get a little bit more deliberate with each possession now, with things getting down to the 3-minute mark, and they have a 20-point lead. So feel pretty secure in that. Don't want to do a lot to give a lot of opportunity to Armuchee. Edge has got the ball, drives in, puts up the shot. That one's no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Armuchee, but we're going to have a tie-up. Well, no, they didn't call a jump ball. They called a foul, I believe, on Pepperell. So Armuchee's going to get the ball. The possession arrow would have been with Pepperell had it been a jump ball. So instead, it is a foul on Pepperell. And inbounding is going to be Armuchee. It's picked up by the Dragons. The Dragons have the ball. They feed, and the shot, it is going to be short, no good. Rebound pulled down by Wyatt Miller of Armuchee. We have 2:42 left, and the Dragons still with a 20-point lead as we get ready for Armuchee to inbound underneath the Dragons side of the floor. And Armuchee going to work it down into the front court. They get it into the hands over at the left wing to Bray. Bray feeds it off to McFarland. McFarland kicks it down low. There's Orr off the glass, no good. He gets his own rebound. The putback, that one won't fall. Pulls down another rebound. And this time he's going to pass it away and give somebody else a shot because he just couldn't get it to go in. Miller with it. And we're going to have a foul that's going to be charged against the Pepperell Dragons and Calvari Smith. More subs coming into the game, a couple for the Dragons and one for Armuchee. Checking in, you're going to have Kayla Buck for Pepperell. Also, Ben Welchel checks back into the game. So Welchel, well, Armuchee with the ball, almost losing the way. He does lose the handle. This is picked off by Smith. Smith has got it, goes across the center court line, dribbles, passes to the left wing, but he travels right before the pass, so that'll be a turnover for the Dragons. Armuchee gets the ball back, trailing by 20. 2:07 left in the game. Looks like the Dragons are going to punch their ticket and play in the semifinals. You know, last year they were a part of one of the most entertaining games, no doubt, of the tournament, talking about the Pepperell Dragons, as they played the Coosa Eagles in a 3-overtime game, came up short. Coosa would go on and eventually win the championship and the gold ball last year in the tournament. But I'll never forget that game. It was a lot of fun to have the opportunity to be at and call and be inside the gym for that kind of atmosphere. Pepperell inbounds the ball. Kemp Edge has got it at the top of the key. Feeds it off to another man, Ben Welchel. Now over to Caleb Buck. Buck and the feed to Owens. Owens got it up top. 1:45 left in the game. Driving, Owens puts up the shot, and that one will fall. So Gage Owens picks up another basket. He's got 6 points, and Pepperell leads at 61-39. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Owens. Owens will feed it down low. And another pass over to Edge. Edge can't quite get the shot up to the rim. Well, I mean, it touches the rim, but can't quite get it over the rim, I should say. 1:20 left here in the game. Pepperell up 61-39 over the Armuchee Indians. Basketball for you all week on WLAQ, and you can also pick it up on the video stream as well. And again, for our radio listeners, I do want to apologize for our technical difficulties we've had tonight with our internet connection. I'm laughing because I just got an email from the sports editor of the Rome News Tribune, and he said, we'll have to start calling you Matt Bullet Davis. I'm okay with that. If the shoe fits, wear it, but I just don't quite have the hair for it yet. I just talk about it way too much. Kemp Edge with the ball for the Dragons. 61-39 is your score, with time ticking down to almost a minute mark as we get ready for Edge to inbound the ball. Having another big night. We told you at the beginning of the game he averages close to 15 points. Right now he's right at his average. He's got 15. Pass inside, and we have a whistle as the travel is going to be called on the Dragons. And so the Armuchee Indians will get the ball back. Time's still ticking. They didn't stop the clock, so they'll probably have to put a few seconds back on that rolled off. And so they're going to put some more seconds back on the clock. They got a minute on it now, so I guess we're officially at the minute mark of this basketball game as we get ready for Jasmine Payne to inbound the ball for Armuchee. Pepperell up 61-39, and we're in the last minute of play officially. Dylan Hooper has it. Ball is stolen away after the pass. It's down low off the glass, and it won't fall there for Dylan Hooper. Or not Dylan Hooper, excuse me, Walker, I should say. Going to have another whistle on the other end. Got a final for you from the, well, let's see. Yes, I do. I believe I do have a final for you. I'll tell you about it in a second. Thank you to Michael Barron from the Rome News Tribune, the sports editor, for helping us out. He's doing a fantastic job. There is the shot. It is off the rim, no good there for Mr. Trejo. Score is 61-41 in favor of Pepperell by 20 points. Long shot for Edge, no good. And here come the Indians on the other end of the floor, working it around the perimeter, and that's going to be a shot that's going to be a bit short. And the ball's going to end up in the Dragons' hand. I got a final for you from the other gym here at Armuchee. We're in the new gym, and then there's the main gym, which is the old gym. Not to confuse anybody, but Darlington ends up defeating Model 44-42 to advance to the semifinals. Knew that game was going to be a close one, and it turned out to be. Here is a shot, no good for the Dragons. And we're going to have another shot on the other end for Armuchee with 3 seconds left to go, 2 seconds, and Pepperell almost had the ball, and time expires. So Pepperell's going to win this one pretty handily as things would shake out. It was close for a while, but then Pepperell really took over and dominated a good part of this game. So the final score, 61-41 in favor of the Pepperell Dragons over Armuchee. So Pepperell is going to move on in the bracket after picking up that win, and they are going to face off against a very talented Darlington Tigers basketball team that eliminated Model 44-42. So it'll be Pepperell and Darlington in that final game tomorrow night in the semifinals in the boys bracket. So we've got the bracket set for the semifinals coming up tomorrow night, and I'm going to tell you all about that in a few minutes. But I got to catch my breath and do some totaling from the scoring in this game. Again, the final score, Pepperell Dragons victorious 61-41 over the Armuchee Indians. And so we'll send it back to the studio, and we'll be back here for more here in our post-game show from the 67th Annual Seven Hills Rotary Rome News Tribune Christmas Basketball Tournament. We'll be back in a few minutes.